wrote, in taking that thought into consideration, you wrote this: in studying the Christian past, I have found Jonathan Edwards especially helpful both in challenging assumptions of our own age and in offering invigorating guidance in my own quest to follow Christ. What are some of the assumptions of our day that Edwards helps us to see?
Yes, well, I developed that as a one of the central themes in the book, and I get at that by comparing the legacy of Jonathan Edwards to that of Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin was born 2 years after Edwards in New England in a Calvinist family, very similar background. But Benjamin Franklin went in the direction of the Enlightenment of that time, of more secular kinds of ideas, of a broader kind of, he believed there had to be a providence, some sort of God, but not following the Bible particularly. And Franklin became one of the progenitors of the American way of life, the self-made man, at that time, self-made person, as we would say, and a champion of technology. Yeah, he was a great in practical science, shaping the American enterprise and shaping the early government and Declaration of Independence. So Franklin helped shape the modern world, and the modern world is our underlying assumptions tend to be that essentially the real world is the material world, and technology increases that kind of sensibility, because if we want to solve a problem, there's a technological way to get it done. You look up on your phone or your computer, and if you can get through on it, you can figure out most anything. But it's a technical issue, and so as lots of people have observed, we have a very materialistic kind of world, or what Jacques Ellul called a technological society, where we tend to think of things in terms of technique, and so we look at people as how can we use these people to shape our enterprise, and it becomes a matter of calculation. Edwards, on the other hand, starts with and continues with God as the creator and the sustainer of reality, that the real world is the world that was created by the creative love of God, and it's essential. God sustains the world. So the heavens declare the glory of God. The universe is God's language. So it has creation is not something that simply happened way back when, and then God wound it up and let it go. Creation is an ongoing kind of thing. Your language is something that's continuing. So there's an essential living character to reality. It's related somehow to God's sustaining it, and God is in sometimes very mysterious ways revealing His love, and the central revelation is the love of God in Christ, that we might the goodness of the universe is obscured by suffering, but this is a suffering God. This is a God who knows our suffering, is acquainted with sorrow and grief, and that's what you should see in the reality around you. That's should be part of your consciousness when you look out at the beauty of the trees around you, or whatever you see. Edwards saw it as these are glimpses of the divine light, of the beauty of God that you can see. You cultivate a kind of consciousness of Christ being part of reality, and that I think it's a difficult kind of sensibility, but it's a very helpful sensibility to counter the idea that everything's technological, everything, the material world is the real the real world, and to think of oneself as in this universe that where God is not just a sort of an abstract principle, not someone who just worked long ago and did creation and then revealed Christ, but this is an ongoing kind of enterprise that God is there. And so I find Edwards helpful in trying to cultivate that sensibility. I don't know that I know I don't always succeed in that, but that's that to me is a wonderful vision to try to have, and you can it's something that can be renewed from day to day.